Sados. What's up, gangster? Sup, dude? Yeah, man. Happy birthday. Well, I was gonna say belated birthday, but shit, since it's still going on, fuck it. Happy birthday. Happy motherfucking birthday, T. I hope you're living it up. I hope you're having a great celebration. Hope y'all are doing good, man. Well, boys, it's another card in the books. It's another season of Mr. Arkansas's Mecca in the books. Got a lot to talk about. Got a fucking lot to talk about. I'm broadcasting to you from a satellite station, a satellite network. I am the missus and I are house sitting for friends of ours. They live in the Eastern Shore as well, but they're on vacation for the weekend on a little camping trip, and we are taking care of the house as well as their little doggies. They have some little dingo doggies. And I mean that literally because the mother, it's a mother and then two. I mean, they're not puppies anymore; they're full grown. But the mother is part dingo, and they are like little pack dogs, man. They're really fucking cute. They're really hyper. And here they come. Hey, Miss Penny. Penny Lane is in my ear. Here she is. I'll take some pictures and videos, and I'll send them to y'all. But yeah, man, we're house slash dog sitting. There's a crazy one. What's up, Coco? Little Coco. She is the daughter of Penny. Um, and I'm sure the other one will be bringing up the rear here. But yeah, they're really cute, man. I'll take some videos and pictures, but they're really fucking cool dogs. They are great fucking watchdogs, man. They do not fuck around, but they move in a pack, and they're literally little dingoes, and they're awesome. But yeah, we're watching them, and boys, I'm in a considerable amount of pain. I had some dental work done this past week. I had two cavities cleaned and filled, capped, whatever you call them, and it's it felt fine at first, but now it's like I don't know, man. It's just really sensitive, and I got a fucking pulse pounding headache, dude. That's like, it's just like the whole side of my face. It's not like swollen or anything, but it's just like I can feel all this tension in my fucking cheek, and my fucking like my right temple is just throbbing like a motherfucker, dude. So I'm gonna suffer through this, but that is what is going on in my life. What is popping off in your worlds? I don't know where Marley is. That's the other one. That's the boy. That's the son of Miss Penny here. But yeah, we're taking care of these dogs, watching this house. Now let's talk about some fucking UFC and let's talk about the motherfucking Mecca. Shout out to Mr. Arkansas. I hope y'all are doing well. It is Monday, and holy shit, boys, we got some royalty in the chat now. Let me get to it here. First of all, speaking of the Mecca, there's your season 2 winner right there, boys. Alex Ramirez, aka the General, aka, like I just said, the winner of season 2. Allow myself to introduce myself. Now, I mean, that is just, you want to talk about not missing a beat. There's your season 3 winner right there. What's going on, man? What's up, Darth Maul? What's up? What's up, Sith Lord? What's going on, man? How you feeling, champ? How you fucking feeling, champ? On fire! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm happy to have you here, my friend. Happy to have all you guys here. This is the way, absolutely. You already fucking know. Bismarck, saw, dude. Yes, they absolutely did. She did it well, man. She did it really well. Like the anesthetic they gave me was she's a really good dentist, man. She's been my wife's dentist since she was a kid, and does her all her family's dental work, and she's a really fucking good dentist. But she kept it $150 with your boy. She told me, she was like, there's a chance like you could she said that the nerve, like she could see the nerve. It wasn't like bleeding profusely, but she said she could see it. And she's like, there's a chance that like if it wasn't dead already, I could have just killed it doing that. So I could, and she said if it's just like becomes like unbearable, and she said you might have to do a root canal. But I'm gonna go back. I'm going back next week. So if it's like that, I'm about to get real fucked up. It was a 10-8 bordering on a 10-7. The ref approached my corner and looked me straight in the eyes and said, "I'm gonna stop this if you don't show me something." So I might end up getting fucked. I might end up getting stopped, man. If I have to do a root canal, your boy might get stopped. And yeah, we'll see what happens though, man. I'm just joking around, but I might end up having to get a root canal. We'll see though. If the pain gets worse, then yeah, it's looking like that. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's what's going on with me. It does, dude. It does, because it was like, and I don't mean it. This is an 18 plus show, so I feel like I can talk about this with you, gentlemen. Um, I don't know if y'all have, and I certainly have never ever done this. This is just jokes. But if you've ever partaken in the white bitch, that numb feeling, if you do a freeze, if you rub that shit across your teeth, it started to feel, it was like that. And I've had it done before, but like, dude, she did that shit deep, dude. She like, I've had dentists where they just like give you the shot and they're like, "Boop, there you go." But she was like rubbing that shit in. She was like massaging the needle up in my shit. You know what I'm saying? She got it good, dude. And I felt, it felt just like, like a fucking Coke freeze for a second. But then, like, I couldn't feel my fucking nose, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you did there, doc. Holy shit!" But yeah, dude, it was. She's a good dentist. She's a really good dentist. But yeah, I neglected my teeth for pretty much all my 20s. So your boy might be getting figgity fucked off here soon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, goddamn. Was that code for sherbet? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jockey boy. Yeah, man. Talking, just joking about, the ski slopes. You know, the old days, the old war days, the old romper stomper days. Oh God, yeah. It's I tell you what though, man. Some people are like deathly afraid of the dentist, and I'm not looking forward to getting a root canal. But hey, I'm trying to get this shit done. Like, line me up. I'm trying to take these fucking bouts with the dentist, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm pursuing it more aggressively than the amateur boxing career that never took off. You know what I'm saying? That's how much I'm trying to fucking get this smoke with the dentist for real. Like, I got to get this shit taken care of. And thank Christ above, my mother-in-law is helping me out with this, because there was no fucking way I'd be able to do it otherwise. Anyways, enough about me. Enough about me for now. But yeah, man. I hope y'all are doing well. If you saw the title of this fucking stream, you know what this stream is going to be about. Again, a little redundant, but uh, yeah, we're going to talk about the fucking fights that happened this past weekend. And my God, there were some crazy ones, particularly the main event. I'm going to focus on that. But I also want to talk about the Mecca. Shout out to the rabid dog, Mr. Arkansas. I want to talk about the finale. I want to talk about season 4, boys. And I will be making my official pitch to enter season 4 of the Mecca. I'll be doing that today. Left a comment, threw it out there on Ark's last video. I need to see if Ark, if you listen to this, I tried to DM you. It was still said I couldn't do it. Maybe if you could try following me and see if that works. And if that works, I'll DM you and drop that as well. But I did leave a comment. This stream will be the other half of that. So I'm shooting my shot. Your boy's a Mecca veteran. I want in, boys. I want in season 4, by God. And you know what you're gonna get with your boy. You know what you're gonna get with old 2 cents in the Mecca. I'll just put it. I'll leave it at that for now. But shout out, big, 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 big old shout out to this man right here, the man of the hour. That's your season 3 winner right there, boys. That's the man. I'm just gonna leave that up there. That fire right there, that fire was blazing. And a Sith Lord emerged from the fire with a fucking double-sided lightsaber. And he took Rush and Touch and just chop their fucking heads off. He won it, dude. He fucking did it. That's Chris Benoit is someone that's it's a touchy subject. Some consider him a winner. Some consider him an enigma. Not an enigma. That's fuck that. Scratch that. Hey, scratch that. An illusion. That's the word I was looking for. He's an illusion. Some consider him an illusion. Smoke and mirrors. Season 1 was considered an experiment. Season 2, the general. Season 3, that man right there. Big shout out to Bipolar Nobody, aka Bipolar Chris, aka motherfucking Darth Maul. That's your winner, boys. I hope you're enjoying your victory lap, Chris. And I know you're excited for season 4, man. I hope we get to do battle, man. I hope we get to compete. Like I said, I dropped my comment, I'm making my pitch, but yeah, congratulations, man. Well deserved. The beginning of this season, I wasn't paying attention as much, but towards the end, man, like Chris went through it, dude. It was his first season of the Mecca. New to the Tapology thing. I haven't done Tapology. I'm gonna make I'll probably make my account either today or tomorrow, but definitely before this, I'll make my first Tapology picks or whatever. And I will get to the picks. I will get to not my picks. I will get to the results of UFC Vegas 25. Y'all already know what happened, but I got to recap. I got to eat a little bit of crow and talk about some of the shit that happened. But yeah, man, we got a lot to get to today. So I'm gonna start dialing it in. Oh my god, dude, that shit was crazy, man. Did you Tommy and everyone else, did y'all see the extended, like the whole thing? I'm sure y'all have, but man, dude fighting Jiri is probably like digging the final boss, dude. Seriously, man, like he's crazy, dude. Jiri is fucking crazy. I mean, yeah, he's definitely breathing a lot of life into that division that I've been saying though, man, like that's been turning into a Shark Tank for a minute, like low key, kind of under the radar, becoming a really, really dangerous division. It was crazy, dude. It was fucking Streets of Rage, man. I know y'all know about some fucking Streets of Rage. That's what I should. So, dude. Yes, sir. What's going on, man? Yes, sir. All right, indeed. All right, all right, all right. What's going on, my Irish brethren? If I can win this thing, anybody can win. Hey, man. Chris, you said it. I went back and watched the Ark's last stream, and you hit the nail on the fucking head, bro. You went with your gut, man. You trusted your fucking instincts. You would not be turned away from picking Marab. You stuck to your guns. You took Jiri by to get out of the first round and then knock him out, bro. It doesn't. And Ark talked about it a lot in that stream, and it's absolutely true. The Mecca is unlike anything else. It doesn't matter how good you are at predicting. It doesn't matter how good you are at gambling and making money. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. None of that shit matters. You have to be the best at that game. You have to be the best at both the social aspect and the predictions. You have to strike while the iron is hot. You have to trust your instincts. You have to go for the underdogs when the opportunity presents itself. And you can't be swayed, dude. You can't be and like that. that's how I played it, you know, and I came up short in 2 Meccas, but like, look, man, Alex and Chris in this season, dude, people did not think they were going to get it done. And I was definitely rooting for bipolar Chris, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it $150. I'd rather quit you than shit you, Darth Maul. I thought Rush was going to get it done. And I was dreading it, bro. I was rooting for you. And I was just like, man, Rush is going to win this, isn't he? I was just like, fuck, bro. And yeah, man, dude, big shout out to you. So fucking happy for you, bro. Really hope you're enjoying this victory lap. It's awesome, man. That's what it's about, boys. And that it was a true it was another underdog story, dude. And so it was a great continuation of the saga of the Mecca. And season 4 is gearing up to be another fucking good one, man. And I really, really hope that I'm a part of it. Seriously, man, I was like, God damn it. I was like, dude, it was like, dude, help us, Darth Maul. You're our only hope. And I was like, in the back of my head, I was like, God damn it. Rush, I could just see it. I was like, Rush is gonna fucking win, and we're never gonna hear the end of it. He is just gonna fucking lord that over everyone, and it's just gonna be a living nightmare. But Darth Maul said, oh, 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 one gonna have it, dude. Darth Maul stopped him right in their fucking tracks. Those fucking doors open and that. That was it, dude. Fuck yeah. And dude, honestly, that victory, that underdog story, that performance in the final of the Mecca, it inspired me, bro. I want to get back in this shit, man. I missed out on season 3. I really don't want to miss out on season 4. So yeah, I'm with it. Oh, Rabid One. If you hear me, you know I'm a Mecca dog. You know what you're gonna get. I'm gonna hype the living fuck out of this shit. Win, lose, or draw. So yeah. But big congratulations to Bipolar Chris. Uh so yeah. What Chris, what did you think? Did you when Jerry knocked him out with that fucking elbow, did you know right then? Like did when he caught him with that fucking elbow, did you know that you had won? Chris was trolling us every week with his picks and switched on killer. Dude, he did, man. That is what it's about, dude. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's the most consistent. It doesn't matter like the stat dork shit. That does not fucking matter at all, dude. All that matters is when the pressure's on, when it comes down to the wire, who can who can fucking like who can fucking step through the fire and get it done, man. When the pressure's on. It's Chris. So yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. That was fucking good shit, man. Glad I stayed up for that. So big shout out to Ark. I'm glad season 3 was a success. And also shout out to Rush and Touch as well. They they had really good season 3 performances. They schemed, they plotted, and ultimately they came up short, but hey, they that there's different forms and styles of strategy in the Mecca. That's what makes it interesting, man. That's what I think that's so cool about, like, you know, especially at the start, like, you don't really know what's going to happen. There's people with all different, like, levels of experience. And I think that's like, it's really fucking cool. And, yeah, so for him to just basically, like, come out of nowhere as far as the predicting thing and just smoke everyone that's been doing this for a good hot minute, man, that's it's impressive, most impressive. I just needed Jerry to win, not win in round one. If Reyes got past round one, I would win. I just got lucky with the perfect. Hey, you know what they say, though? You know what they say? The more you practice, the luckier you get. The more you practice, the luckier you get. The more work you put in, the more you get the long shot style. I mean, long shot, the comic book character. The probability starts to tip in your favor. You know. All right. Well, let me go through the card real quick. We'll talk about some shit that happened, and then we'll switch back to the Mecca. But yeah, big shout out to Touch, who came in third place. Rush, who came in second, and your winner right there, Darth Maul, taking heads, taking trophies, winning Meccas. All right. But yeah, UFC Vegas 25 was a pretty sweet card, if I'm being honest. It was pretty dope. I'm gonna set this down. Let me know if the audio is still okay, boys. Can y'all still hear me all right? I'm gonna go through this card. God damn it, did I not bring an ashtray down here? That's unfortunate. Oh well. Okay. Let's get to it. Let's get while the getting's good. I did pretty well on this card. Went 8-2. Put my picks out on Twitter if you'd like to check that out. My record is now 103-66 for 2021. I'm not on Tapology, but I've been tracking my shit. You can track it on Twitter. I mean, that's ridiculous to ask somebody to go back that far, but you know, if you'd like to, they're all there. It's all there. But yeah, I had a pretty good card as far as my picks and predictions. But let's go through it. It opened with Luke Sanders and Felipe Corrales. It more or less went how I thought it was going to go. It looked like Luke Sanders was going to knock him out for a second, though. Corrales showed a lot of heart and was able to use his grappling to get that done. And he fought with a lot of heart, man. Like apparently his mother got diagnosed with cancer, and you could tell that after hearing that was kind of what spurred him in the towards the end of the fight to get it done. And yeah, I'm glad. That was really like a who do you fade more kind of fight. Corrales being a greenhorn that's fought a bunch of nobodies, and Sanders being an unreliable kind of talented, but kind of drops the ball, shits the bed. Has those kind of tendencies. So I'm glad Corrales was able to get it done. That was an underdog pick, and that one felt pretty good to open the card. Yeah, I had a really good start to the card. Got that one right and got the next one right too. Andreas Mikhailidis defeats KB Buller by unanimous decision. KB Buller, I don't know, like he just needs to do like taekwondo or something, man. Like he would be actually really good in taekwondo tournaments. That's what he should just do. Like just dominate motherfuckers in taekwondo. He has really good kicks, really good axe kick, good like question mark kick, good roundhouse, all that shit. Good low kick, but he just doesn't have like killer instinct, man. He's just not like a cage fighter. He's just not. He's a martial artist. There's nothing wrong with that. It's very honorable. But in the UFC, like an MMA fighter, you do need a bit of dog. You do need a bit of grit and killer instinct, especially in the UFC, man. Like, I don't know, dude. But it was a good performance from Mikhailidis. Buller is someone that he just didn't want to engage with him. He just stayed at kicking range, threw low kicks, and spammed kicks that he was really he was out of range. Considering that dude's length, like he was out of range even at kicking range. Like even like I don't know, man. It was just he's just not a good fighter, if that makes sense. Like he's obviously like is good at traditional martial arts and whatever. Like he's a good martial artist, but he's just not a very good fighter. Not UFC level for sure. So yeah, but good performance from Mikhailidis. Uh, he's going to be in some interesting fights, and I would not be surprised if he gets knocked out. KB Buller is just not very good. So Mikhailidis, what he does have is aggression, and he does have power. He'll bring the fight, but he does swing wild, and someone is going to be able to counter that as he continues to rise. But good performance, man. Good performance. Made a Bombay bad boy out of that dude. That's funny. Jackie boy. Seemed like to me KB showed up to exactly, man. He fought to not get sparked. Exactly what you just said. Couldn't have said it better myself. So yeah, but good job for Mikhailidis. That one was one of the easier picks. I don't think many people at all were on KB Buller. I hope no one was on KB Buller. That's definitely a come on, man. But okay, so on to the next fight. Luma Lookboonmee defeats Sam Hughes. I did not go back. I rewatched most of the fights last night and today, but I did not go back and rewatch this one. I remember thinking Luma edged it out, but being a little worried. I don't know about y'all, but I was not 100% convinced that she won that. And I was relieved when she did. I haven't gone back and rewatched it, but I just thought Sam Hughes made it closer than I was comfortable with, but she did get busted up. Luma, I think, did do a little bit more work. And, but yeah, I mean, I thought Sam Hughes gave a better account of herself in this fight. But Luma did put in a lot of work in this fight. Like she definitely pieced her up. And, yeah, it was funny, man. Like I thought that Sam Hughes was going to be the better grappler and Luma was going to be the better striker. And Sam almost did like as much, if not more, like she would landed all like the bigger punches I felt, but Luma did better in the grappling. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. Yeah. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, good job for Lookboonmee. Like I said, Sam Hughes did better than I thought she would, but yeah, I'm not going to go back and rewatch that, but yeah, good job. Another flyweight bout. Now this one was a letdown, man. This is a major letdown. This is one of the couple pieces of crow that I had to eat. I picked Poliana Botelho, however the fuck you pronounce that. I'm bad with the Portuguese. But she is kind of a 1.5 round fighter. Like she looked good in the first round. She was piecing Luana up. I was like, man, she's looking good. And then she gassed, dude. She gassed bad. Like in the middle of the second round, I was like, fuck, she's a completely different fighter. She's not marching forward. She's not ki-eyeing and all that shit. She's not doing any of that shit. Like, completely different. Tale of two fighters. Tale of 2.5, 1.5. Never mind. Just forget that. But yeah, it was a tale of two fights for her. It was disappointing. It was a letdown. Good job for Luana Carolina getting it done. That one pissed me off. I was like, I should have known better. I faded Luana for kind of dumb reasons, like, oh, she got back surgery. She won't be able to, she ain't gonna be no good. And it was fucking dumb. So yeah, gotta eat the crow there. This is for you, Luana Carolina. Congratulations. Congratulations to everybody that cashed on Luana Carolina, as I think she was an underdog there. I think she was a slight underdog. Actually, she might have been a considerable underdog. But yeah, I picked Botejo, and I got to eat the Crojo. That was a terrible joke. But anyway, onward ho. Now, I would love to know what y'all thought about this one, because I went back and rewatched this and I thought it was a straight up robbery. TJ Brown supposedly defeats Kai Kamaka by decision. That one kind of stunk of, we're pushing TJ Brown. We're pushing the Arkansas Bryce Mitchell thing. And don't get me wrong, he's a Little Rock boy. I definitely, I will root for him, but I don't think he won that fight. I picked Kai Kamaka, so yeah, you can say that I'm being biased, I'm being salty, whatever. I went back and rewatched it, tried to be as impartial and as objective watching the fight as I could. I don't really see how you could give TJ Brown either the first two rounds. I thought in the first round, that was the one where maybe, but you definitely can't give him the second. He almost got finished. I thought in the first round, Kai Kamaka landed the harder strikes. He landed the harder punches. TJ Brown was doing that Michelle Watterson shit, where he'd throw a lot of like pump jabs that wouldn't really land. A lot of his punches were blocked, or they landed on the arms, or partially landed. Like, I don't know, man. Just that one just kind of stunk of they were pushing a narrative. It kind of felt like there was one last week that felt like that, where it was just like, you just like, oh, the Jessica Penne. It's like they just felt like they were like on TJ Brown the whole time. But I don't really think that TJ Brown, you can make a strong argument for him winning either of the first two rounds. You can't make an argument for him winning second. He almost got knocked the fuck out. You can make the same argument against for him winning the third, because he dropped Kai Kamaka, but dude, the second round, that's all Kai Kamaka, and the first round, I thought Kamaka won that too. So whatever, I'll eat the crow, but I thought that was a robbery. I thought that was bullshit. That one stunk. Like I said, that one stunk of narrative. Whatever, but yeah, that's what it was. I'll eat the crow though. So yeah, but I'd like to know what y'all thought about that one. Yeah, with the weight miss. Said before the scorecards that I wouldn't consider it a robbery if TJ won, but I thought Kamaka won. Yeah, I mean, I feel differently with robberies, and it all depends on how you define robbery, and then you kind of get into a semantic, like, we're kind of splitting hairs here, Donnie, kind of deal. But that's just kind of what I thought about it. That's my 2 cents on it, boys. But yeah, now the real controversy, the for real, straight up controversy came with his next fight. Take a sip of this water here. I'm going to fucking repack the chalice. Take a breath. Let's talk about the elephant in the room of the card of the thing. Huh, it's already packed. Shaw. 2 cents. Thank you kindly. Enjoy your remaining years. Enjoy fucking Jules. I will. Okay, here we go. Now, Ronda Marcos versus Luana Pinheiro. Ronda Marcos versus Luana Pinheiro. Tell me what y'all thought about that, boys. Was Luana Pinheiro acting? Was Ronda Marcos doing that on purpose? Is it somewhere in between? Is Ronda Marcos definitely the worst female fighter on the roster? What do y'all think about that, man? Because let's be honest. For all the shit that happened, that there's been a lot of talk about that. it is topical considering the fucking Petr Yan Aljamain Sterling debacle. There are some parallels though. That's what people say, isn't it? There are some parallels there that I would like to discuss. They're not completely the same, but there are some parallels. There are some similarities that I would like to. I'd like to broach that subject a little bit, and I would definitely like to know what you guys think. Sado, Bo knows. Somewhere in between for me, but I think Pinejo had every right to take the dub and run. Jack says, take the money and run. Bo says that's a tough call. I agree with you on that one. Bo knows. Bo knows, Bobo. But if Ronda couldn't have continued because of the eye poke, you know it would have been a no contest. That's an interesting point. You know what, Vince? It's an interesting point. You got to expect a reaction. You can't expect him to have a sense of humor about this. She's his fucking wife, man. That's an interesting point. Come on, let's get into character. Motherfucker do that shit to me, he better paralyze my ass because I'll kill a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay, this is what I think about it. I am a Petr Yan stan. I think that Aljamain Sterling was absolutely. I don't think there's any question now. After seeing these knockouts that we've seen, one of them included the one we saw in the main event. We've seen multiple knockouts very recently in the past couple months where the dude has actually been knocked out cold, revived, back into consciousness, was up and on his feet before Aljamain Sterling. There's no question that Aljamain Sterling was milking that. But I said it. I still stand by this. As far as the outcome of the fight, you have to DQ Petr Yan. It could not have been more blatantly obvious that Aljamain Sterling, whether you think the rules are bullshit, whether he was acting or not, he was. He definitely was. But regardless, shout to the dude, irregardless. Shout out to the homie, irregardless. Irregardless of the fact that you have to DQ him, man. That's a fucking disqualification. And it is the exact same thing with this fight. It doesn't matter how hurt she was. It doesn't matter how much she's faking it. None of that shit matters. Ronda Marcos started fucking flying like Liu Kang, kicking from her back, like, whoa, 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 just back and forth, just like, yeah. Like, she threw 3 of them in a row from her back. She's been in the UFC for 7 fucking years. You can't say you don't know any better. You can't pull the old, oh, it's a fight, shit happens. That is so fucking lame. That is the most weak notch, weak sauce fucking excuse. Like, that is so fucking lame, dude. It's a fight, shit happens, it barely that was her fucking excuse. Like, if it's a fight, shit happens, it barely grazed her, blah, blah, blah. What can I do? What can I say? Like, come on, man. Nah. She was down. These are the fucking rules. If anything other than the soles of the fighter's feet are touching the canvas, it could be a pinky, it could be a fucking chode, it could be a fucking a knee. Anything other than the soles of the feet are touching the canvas, they're considered a grounded opponent. Ronda Marcos knows that. She fucking threw the kicks anyway. You can't say that she did it on accident. Like I said, she was a Liu Kang kicking her from her back. And that you have to fucking DQ her. Everything else is irrelevant. You have to fucking DQ her. Period. It's just cut and dry as it could possibly be. You have to do that. It's just those are the breaks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just where I'm at with it. So I don't know, man. Like, in summary, to kind of wrap that one up. Look, Ronda Marcos is 6-10 in the UFC. She has no knockouts. She has a couple decent submissions. She submitted Angela Hill, but she, to me, is the worst fighter on the roster. And if you don't cut her at this point, what you can't really like be taken seriously as far as like a standard of fighter that you're willing to keep or not keep. You're literally keeping the chick for her hair at that point, for the gimmick, for the Sam Alvey shtick. Like, that's literally the only reason to keep her, because she is a very poor UFC level fighter. She's 6-10. That's really bad. She hasn't won shit lately. She's getting beat. Not only before it was she's getting beat by good competition. Now she's getting beat by debutantes. She's getting beat. She's losing mental focus enough to start fucking wildly throwing up kicks when her opponent is clearly grounded. It's not like Luana was towering over her, raining down ground and pound. She was like on her knees about to like try and pass her guard. Like, that was just so ridiculous. Like, I don't give a fuck how much she was exaggerating. That trying to like, and I feel kind of like silly for like trying to dissect like how much Aljamain Sterling was faking it. I mean, clearly was, but it doesn't matter. Like, you have to be disciplined enough not to do that shit. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't want to get too much on my soapbox about the sport versus the fighting versus all that shit. That I'll save that for another time. But to me, that is just as cut and dry as a DQ as you could possibly get. Like, and her excuse was so fucking pathetic. You've got to cut Ronda Marcos. Like, you have no standards. If you don't cut her, you have no standards for what fighters you keep and which ones you cut. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. You like that? Let me guess. You Brett, right? I thought so. Yes, sir. Darth Maul says he has theories on both those fights. Give me your theories, bro. I'd like to hear your theories. I definitely would. Her reaction kind of sold me at first, but after rewatching, it was, yeah. I if you're asking me personally what I thought about it, I did kind of think it's somewhere in between. I don't think it was grazing at all. It was delayed, and this is what she did. She kicked her chest with the first one, she kicked her face with the second one, and then she kicked her chest again and kicked her over with the third one. So, was she completely knocked out? I don't fucking know. She asked if she lost the fight. She didn't say, what's going to happen if I say that I'm knocked out? She was like, did I lose the fight? Because she saw she was the ref. She could have been acting. I can't get inside, I can't get inside. Does my wound look like a dog's vagina? I'm not going to sit here and try and get in the mind of a dog. I can't get inside the mind of Luana Pinheiro. I don't fucking know. Tony Ferguson did the same thing to Barboza with the up kicks. Is that what you're referring to, sir? But yeah, man, you got to DQ her. Blatantly illegal. The wouldas and couldas and shouldas are just completely irrelevant. It is what should happen in that situation. That was a blatant violation of the rules. Now, moving on to the main card. So, yeah, in a way, is that how you want to get a win? Is that how you want to get a pick right? Is that how you want to get your bet right? No. Will I take it? Yes. Yes, for sure. Yes. Fuck yes. If you're going to give the fight before that to TJ Brown, you're goddamn right I'm going to take that fucking win. You're goddamn right. I'm going to put it right on my record. I'm going to tack it right up there on that 103, boys. You're damn right. It made the 102 a 103. You like it? You like it? All right, here we go. Merab Dawalashvili versus Cody the Spartan Stamen. The Spartan is like one of the most played out, overused, like wah wah, like the Spartan. Like, come on, man. Gotta pick a better nickname than that, dude. You don't have to, but I don't know, whatever. Not important. What is important? And hey, big shout out to Bipolar. This is one of the ones, man. That's your season 3 Mecca winner right there. Shout out to Mr. Arkansas. Marat, he stuck to his guns, man. That is what got it done for him. Trusting his instincts, sticking to his guns with Marab, trusting that he would win, trusting that he was the matchup favored him. I felt the same way. I didn't think Stamen was going to have an answer for the wrestling. He didn't, but Marab's striking got better, dude. That is, to me, people will disagree with this. And I can tell you that the reason that I feel the way I do and that I'm about to say what I'm about to say is not because it's my personal experience. I don't have a wrestling background. As far as my martial arts background, it has been all striking, karate, and a little bit of boxing. But I don't have a wrestling background. I don't have a jiu-jitsu background. But to me, wrestling is the strongest fucking base. That strong grappling, either Greco-Roman or Sambo or college, freestyle, folk style, whatever. I feel like that is the strongest fucking base for mixed martial arts. If you have that in your back pocket, when you're hurt, you can go right to the fucking wrestling. You can buy yourself just enough time. And the other thing you can do is you can start working on your striking, and you can use the threat of the takedown to psych motherfuckers out for just that cunt hair of a split second and lay something nasty on their chin. AKA Khabib, AKA fill in the blank with any of these guys that have developed their striking off of their wrestling or grappling. I feel like that's the strongest base. Anyway. Bo says, you're right. Appreciate you. Stamen got robbed. Jack's protesting. Jack says that's fucking poppycock. I don't think Cody Stamen is a bad fighter. I'm not going to shit on Cody Stamen. Cody Stamen's a good fighter. It just shows that Marab is the real deal. I don't care for Marab personally. I think he is absolutely fueling the fire between that. He has a beef with Piotr Jan. I think it's a Georgian. I don't know, but I kind of have my suspicions. It's a Georgian Russian thing. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's just a Piotr Jan and Marab Dwalishvili thing, but they don't like each other, and I think he was using that situation to kind of take digs at Jan. I'm not the first person to point that out, but someone else pointed it out. I can't remember. It was on Twitter, and I, of course, I spend way too much fucking time on that app. But I know someone pointed it out, and I was like, you know what? That fucking makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world, but I don't know if that's absolutely the case or not. Anyways, I think Marab is the real deal, regardless of how I feel about him personally. Like, he's a really fucking good fighter. He's a damn good grappler. Hey, dude, he's gonna fuck people up. Like, because that threat is always gonna be there, dude. If you can't take him down, if you can't stop the takedown, that's it. If you can't stop the takedown, Marab's gonna fuck you up. Period. If you can stop the takedown, you gotta worry about his hands now. So he's gonna be dangerous. Man, 135 is so weird. I'm trying to think who my favorite fighter is at 135. Oh yeah, other than the champion, like Jan is my dude, but I'm trying to think if there's any other fighters that I really like. I'm a Jan standboy, but there's no one else that I will acknowledge though, Marab is fucking dangerous. That's gonna be a tough fight for Jan. But I think that Jan will ultimately just chin him. I think that Jan's takedown defense, and I don't want to get off on a tangent here, but Jan will fuck Marab up. But it'll be a good fight for as long as it lasts. That's what I think. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Bo knows for sure. Okay, now on to the next fight, boys. On to the next fight. Shout out to the 3 people in the building. Yep, it is a Monday. We are recapping UFC Vegas 25, as well as the season 3 finale of Mr. Arkansas's Mecca. I'm going to start hyping season 4. Throw my name in the hat. By God. That's what we're going to do today. Hope y'all are keeping well, man. Hope y'all are keeping well. If you're new to the channel and you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button and then hit all when it gives you the option on the notifications. You don't want to get some of them. You want to get all of them because YouTube, and shout out to YouTube, they have been keeping my small channel like mine marginally visible. So I appreciate that. But I need all the help I can get as far as visibility, and hitting all the notifications will help you. If you like what you hear, it will help you be notified, obviously. Now, also hitting the like button and commenting. Commenting helps like a motherfucker. Now, Sean Strickland versus Krzysztof Jotko. Sean Strickland defeats Krzysztof Jotko by unanimous decision. I predicted Sean Strickland by knockout. It was Strickland by decision, but I thought, man, I like Sean Strickland. I really do. Let me start out like this. I like Sean Strickland. A lot of the things that Sean Strickland says, particularly in post-fight interviews, I relate to a lot. I like Sean Strickland. I don't know. I think he's a very honest fighter, and I think that I just like his style, man. He's kind of got a throwback style. He is kind of Terminator style. He likes to stand in the pocket, and if he's not, if he's fighting a fighter like Jocko, he will go Terminator style. He will just march you down. And like I said, it's throwback style. It's nothing flashy. It's he works at a really good clip, and it's just really good meat and potato striking, and he does it very effectively. He has a fucking his straight punches are really fucking nice. His jab and his cross, it is like he has 2 spears in his hands, and he's just pop, 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 pop. There is like no fat in his cross. It just comes straight down the barrel, right out of nowhere. And he's got a good jab, and he does the same thing with the jab. I'd like to see him use the jab a little bit more. Strickland is really good at filling in the gaps in the exchanges. Like he was hitting Jocko because what he would do is kind of the cadence of the fight, the kind of the dance in that fight was Jocko would back up and then he would stop and he would pick his moments to strike. When he stopped moving, I mean the fucking second he stopped moving, if there was any break, Strickland was filling that with punches. He was filling those holes and gaps of activity with punches. And like I said, there's no tell on his straight punches, his cross. He'll throw that naked, but he throws it so quickly and right out of nowhere that he doesn't like. You'll see guys sometimes they'll kind of like telegraph their jabs or their crosses. Like he doesn't like put everything he has into him. He just pops it right out there, but there's no telegraphing. And he cracked Jocko a lot when they would just if he caught Jocko freezing at all, nah, he was lighting him up. So it was a good performance from Strickland. Some things I would like to see from Sean Strickland. He was doing a lot of lunging, and this is just nitpicky shit. But I like Sean Strickland. I want to see him continue to have success. But I think in order for him to really get to the top of 185, he's going to have to start working on a couple things, just a couple little things. The He has good awareness as far as like defense, spatial awareness, like good distance management, but he does a lot of defense with his arms and pulling straight back. I like to see him slip punches more. Way easier said than done, but I would just like to see Strickland develop that a little bit more, like slipping punches, uh, blocking punches a little closer to his face, and then being in a better position to counter. He did a lot of pulling back, chin straight up in the air, and blocking with his arms. I that's a bad habit that I have myself. So like, I'm not coming at this from an expert point of view. I'm just looking at it and seeing what I like to see from Strickland in the future. That's an improvement that I like to see him make as a fighter. I think a lot of fighters could stand to improve their defense as well, including the winner of the uh, main event. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on it. But as far as like Strickland's offensive striking, he's really good. He, as active as he is, he's really patient. For as much activity and output as Sean Strickland puts forth, he's really patient. And Teddy Atlas tweeted it during the fight that like he doesn't waste punches. Like he doesn't really punch until he's in range or he thinks he's in range. So that is a really good quality that he has, and he put on a great performance. Jocko's tricky. Jocko moves a lot, and he does a lot of counter striking. So you're trying to counter a counter striker, which can be weird, and a guy that's constantly backing up, constantly. I had to deal with this a lot in karate sparring. A person that is constantly moving away from you is frustrating as fuck. But Strickland did a good job. He had a great performance. Looking forward to seeing what comes next for Strickland. But yeah, the lunging, some of the defense, those are just nitpicky things that I'd like to see him shore up. But yeah, he's a good fighter, man. Sean Strickland's a really good fighter. He's tough. And I like to see what's next for him. Peace, Chris. Hey, congratulations again, bro. Thank you so much for stopping through. I'll definitely put out the notifications for the next one. But thanks again, man. Have a good one. Congrats, champ. That's your season 3 winner right there, boys. That is the winner of season 3 of Mr. Arkansas's Mecca right there. Bipolar Chris, aka Darth Maul. Peace, bro. Have yourself a good one. All right. He really isn't, man. Jocko isn't a slouch. He has some decent wins, man. Yeah. Strickland. I had Strickland by knockout. I thought he would clip him. He rocked him a couple times, but I was impressed with Jocko's ability to when he was hurt. He has a style that favors him being able to kind of play that. Jocko has a weird, like, herky jerky style. Like, he always kind of looks like he's a little off balance and kind of wobbly. Like, he just kind of wobbles a little bit, even when he's like just in his stance and feinting and shit. So I think that kind of helps his poker face a little bit. Like, sometimes I think that Jocko is more hurt than he actually shows. And he kind of just like, he'll kind of just look like he always looks a little bit. And I think that helps him. But he showed a lot of heart. Strickland does have heavy hands, and he works at a good pace. But Jocko was able to survive, and yeah, he gave a decent account of himself considering the momentum Strickland is building. So I like what I saw from Jocko, and that's a good win for Strickland. Strickland versus Murdoch. I was going to say that or Holland. I think that'd be a good one. Yeah. Shout out Jimmy the Drunk. Jocko versus Hermanson, Shabazian loser. That wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad. Him versus Shabazian. Strickland. I want to see Strickland versus a sharp striker. Because let's be real about it, dude. Strickland has the striking advantage against Marshman, against Allen, and against Jocko. For sure. Strickland always had the striking advantage. He might not have the striking advantage against Shabazian or Muradov or Holland. He might not. So I'd like to see those fights. I like to see Strickland get tested against another good striker. Because the last really good striker he fought knocked him out. So I want to see where he's at with that. I do think his durability has improved at 185. I do think he's more solid. I do think that being cutting to 170 for him, like he's a big fucking boy. He's a big thick boy for that. So I don't like him at 170. I like him at 185 a lot more. And yeah, I'd like to see him. Of those three, I think Hermansson's a good one. I think Hermansson's a good one for him. He's another kind of herky-jerky guy like Jocko, but Hermansson will engage with Strickland. Hermansson will give Strickland the fight he wants, and it's also going to test where his grappling defense is at, for sure. And Brendan Allen, his fight IQ is so questionable, man, because he has such a grappling advantage over Strickland. I don't know why he decided to be a tough guy, because he was never a better striker than Sean Strickland. Just weird, man. It's just weird. Prop bet him round 2 and round 3. Should have known. Yeah. But yeah, good performance from Strickland, man. Looking forward to what's next for him. Now this one. What'd y'all think about this fight? Shout out to the 4 people in the building. What'd y'all think about Dustin Jacoby and Ion Cootalava? I'll open up the panel here in a minute. I got to get through this card and then get my thoughts on it real quick, and then I'll open up the panel if Jack or anybody else wants to come through. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Ion Cootalava versus Dustin Jacoby. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that fight. Yeah, it'd be a fun fight. Murdov versus Strickland would be a fun fight. I would favor Mahmoud Murdov, but that's a good one, man. Strickland is a that will be a car crash. Someone will get knocked out in that fight. Someone will, if they make Mahmoud Murdov versus Sean Strickland, someone will absolutely get their motherfucking ass knocked out. For real. Let's talk about Ion Cootalava versus Dustin Jacoby, boys. The question that I'd like to ask the 4 people in the chat. The question is this. And this is really the only question, because this really is what the fight came down to. Did you consider the first round a 10-8 for Ion Cootalava? That's really the only question that needs to be asked, because if you did consider it a 10-8, then the draw is appropriate. If you did not consider that a 10-8, there's no way Dustin Jacoby doesn't win. And I want to know what you guys think, and I'll tell you what I think. Sa, dude. How you doing, Bubba? How are you feeling today, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Hope you got a good card. Hey, I know we both were on Jiri and who is the other one? Oh yeah, Corrales. Definitely. Okay, Jack says definitely a rightful draw. Okay. Strummer, what did you think about Dustin Jacoby and Cootalava? Do you think that the first round was a 10-8 and that the draw was appropriate? I'd like to know your thoughts on that. Says he picked Murdov as well. Hammer Murdov. Yeah, I like Mahmoud Murdov a lot. He's got really good hands for that division. Cootalava won the fight since it was a fixed robbery. Interesting, man. That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. So Strummer has 10-8. Strummer has round 1, 10-8 Cootalava. Round 2, 10-9 Cootalava. You about crazy as fuck for that. Round 3, 10-9 Jacoby. That's interesting though. Interesting. I consider the first a 10-8. Doing good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Um, thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, hope you're having a good Monday, man. I'm battling some fucking pain with this tooth, bro. Unfortunately, I might need a root canal, but I'm gonna find out in a week. I go back to the dentist in a week, but yeah, I got a throbbing ass headache and pain like a motherfucker in my cheek and my temple on the side of the tooth on the side of the face where that tooth is. But that's how my Monday is going. But yeah, so this is how that's interesting. Thank you for giving me your feedback on that, boys. This is how I feel. I picked Dustin Jacoby, so this will be biased. I don't hate round one being a 10-8. So I don't hate the draw. It's frustrating, but I don't hate it. I personally scored it 29-28 for Jacoby. I'll make my case. I don't think it's a very strong one. And I can hear myself saying it, and I'm thinking about to say it out loud, like it's just gonna sound like, some bullshit. But I'm gonna say it anyway because it's just kind of my honest feeling. I thought it was close to a 10-8. Um, the only reason why I scored it a 10-9 for Cootalava and not a 10-8 is just my thoughts on it, just my 2 cents on it. I thought that the beginning of the round, Jacoby was winning the striking barely with his jab. And I thought at the end of the round, he did the same. It wasn't as much. He just landed a couple jabs. But I'd say it was all of that was maybe about a minute and a half. Um, but I thought in the second and the third, Jacoby outstruck Cootalava. He landed the more significant strikes. Cootalava started to gas. Um, but I don't hate the draw. I don't hate the draw. Thinking about it, yeah, he took him down so many times. And another reason why I kind of just thought it was a 10-9 was like he was landing significant strikes when he would get him kind of in side control or when he would float around to the back or what I don't know what you call that in wrestling when it's like the mat return or whatever, when he had him in the mat return position and he would let go with one hand, start punching him. They were solid shots, but none of them really dropped Jacoby, and none of them really kept him from like carrying on the fight. But it was getting goddamn close. And if you said it was a 10-8, I'm not going to fucking fight with you about it. I'm not going to argue with you about it. I think the draw was probably the right decision at the end of the day. I'm okay with the draw. Giving Cootalava a 10-8, I gave Jacoby the second and the third. There's no way you could give Jacoby the first. But that was just what I thought about it. I'm not bullish on it. I'm fine with the draw. But that's having a chance to step back, watch the fight again. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Nice, dude. What's up, Mac? What's up, dude? Root canals aren't as bad as they used to be. Thank the fuck Christ. Thank the fuck Christ. Yeah, I might need to get one. If it keeps up, man, if the throbbing keeps up, if the pain keeps up. I mean, I'm gonna tell her she's a good dentist, so she'll know one way or the other. Um, and my mother-in-law is definitely paying out the ass for it, so she'll get me the right treatment, but I'm just hoping that's not what it is. But hey, I say line them up, dude. I ain't scared of this fucking dentist shit. I want to go to the dentist. I want to get my teeth right, dude. They weren't as bad as I thought they would be. It's like less than a half a dozen cavities. It's like 4 or 5, I think. But I got 2 of them filled last Thursday or last Wednesday, Thursday. But yeah. Anywho, that's where I'm at with life. But that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. The technically the champion. I say he's more of a paper champion, but technically he does have the belt. So that's what's up though, man. Congratulations. Jack says the drool emoji's no good. But yeah, what's going on, Mac? Hope you're having a good one. The general says this one. Ha ha. Nice. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yep, yep. The first one, Emoji King with the drooling. It's like saying, "Wada." 2 fights in a row. Jacoby arguably been 10-8, hit around one. Yeah, man. Jacoby has a weird way of letting rounds slip away from him. He really does, man. Like Jacoby's a good fighter, he's a good striker, but he's one of those guys. It's like I wish he would smash on the gas a little bit more, man. I wish he would really press the issue and put a stamp on some of these rounds. Because it's like even the third, like I thought he won the second and the third, but he didn't dominate him. Like even with Cootalava gassing and clearly getting busted up, like Cootalava definitely wore the damage more on his face. But Jacoby still was letting him hang around and keep the round close. But I don't know, man. That's something he could definitely work on is being a little more aggressive. Definitely being a little more aggressive. But he has all the striking tools. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts on that one. Bring the steel, earn your keep. I like it. Not sure it translates, but cool. Jab, jab, elbow, elbow. 1-2, slip the cross. Left hook to the body, left hook upstairs. Roll under the hook. Left hook, uppercut, left hook. Roll under the other hook. General, that is the opening from the classic song Regulator. Regulators, mount up. Just hit the east side of the LBC and the mission just upon Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to creep. All you skirts know what's up with 213. That. Had to pull up my strap and lay them busters down. Nah, that's a great song, man. Got a car full of girls and it's going real swell. The next stop is the East Side Motel. You like that? You like that shit? Which one? Oh, was it the Dell song? Was it the Catch All This song? I put a couple for you in there, and then I put that, and then I put a John Brown's Body song. I put Give Yourself Over. That's a real good John Brown's Body song. But then I put that and the fucking if it was the Dell song, yeah, Catch All This is a great song, man. That's when he's actually like Dell the Funky Homo Sapien, who I think is lyrically like. I mean, I'm super biased. He's fucking great in concert, but yeah, I think he's one of the best. I think Dell's one of the best to ever do it. Effortless, effortlessly fucking cool, dude. Effortless like stage presence. Give yourself over. Oh, if you like that one, man, I'll drop you some more John Brown's Body Choice nugs. That album, the album that Give Yourself Over is on, and then there's another album. I forget what the name of it is. It's the one that has the two like rams jumping towards each other. It's like red or like light red with the yellow, like golden rams. That one's really fucking good too. And then Kings and Queens is another good one. But yeah, John Brown's Body is a great band. They're probably my favorite American reggae band. But yeah, they're awesome. I'd really like to see them live. But yeah, so well, boys, to go back to UFC Vegas 25. But yeah, Jackie boy, I'll definitely drop some more John Brown's Body shits in the fucking chat. Um, uh, the co-main event, the co-main event. Now, I had picked Giga to win by decision, but goddamn, he smokes Cub Swanson in the first round with the Giga kick, aka Moashigiri Chudon Os, aka Roundhouse to deliver. Um, yeah, it's a beautiful kick, and Giga has a really good angle that he throws it at too. Like the roundhouse kick when you throw it to the head, like my sensei in Shotokan always taught me like this: throw it like you're throwing it over a table. Like it should kind of be like parallel with the floor, more or less. But the body kick is a little bit different, and Giga throws that where instead of his foot being parallel with the floor, it's more like up and down. It's more like straight up and down, and he aims it. It's like, this is how he throws it. He throws it like a front kick. The toes and the foot are like a front kick, but it's aimed at the liver, and it comes from the side. So it's like a roundhouse. It's almost like a hybrid of a roundhouse and a front kick. It's almost like a Mawashi-Gari hybrid. And dude, that is not the first time he's knocked somebody out with that kick. He knocked some dude out in glory with that kick. That is probably one of his most dangerous weapons. And to do that to Cub Swanson, who's a really tough out, he's a really good fighter. Cub's only been knocked out a couple times, man. So and to just do it in the first round like that, just a one fucking shot him. I mean, yeah, the follow-up punches, but dude, that was brutal. That's a nasty fucking kick. So yeah, great win for Giga Chikadze. And I'm definitely looking forward to, and I hope that there is an aftermatch this week. Shout out to the man in the chat, Jack Attack MMA, and also MMA Prediction Guru. I hope that there's a new episode of the aftermatch. Would love to know what you Brajas think is next for Giga Chikadze. Georgia put on Saturday night, dude. Georgians put on for the country. They put on for the fucking city. They fucking showed up and showed out and did the motherfucking thing. Yeah. Great performance from Giga. Cub was on it. This Cub was starting to build some momentum, man. He was getting on a little bit of a roll. But yeah, Giga fucking put a halt to that. So big win for him, man. Big win for him. Oh yeah. He can stab here in the liver. He tried to kill me, so I got to return the favor. Take it and you can stab here in the liver. Stab in the liver. Yeah, that's the Boss Rutan self-defense video. In case anybody wants to check that out, if you want to learn how to really defend yourself, you say, I'm sorry, sir, I really don't want anything of this, and slit your throat, and it's over and out. Okay, I'm sorry. Bong, bong, bong. No, I'm not. Farva beans and a nice Chianti. Oh yeah, yes indeed. He ate his liver with some Farva beans and a nice Chianti. Giga probably fought more UFC fights already than Zabit. Oh, little dig at Zabit there, boys. You like that? You like that shit? No aftermatch. Consider these matchups the unofficial aftermatch. Oh, boys, get an exclusive. Get an exclusive right here. Well, I certainly don't feel any pressure. Don't feel obligated to, Jackie boy. If that's if you're gonna if you I don't want to step on I don't want I like to leave that to the experts, man. Like I like thinking about future matchups and I love thinking about title pictures, but I like to leave that up to the experts, man. I always like to know what Jack is thinking about that. He has a good mind for that kind of thing. But definitely looking forward to who you think is next for Giga. But that's Giga versus the Barboza Burgos winner. That's a good shout. That's a really good shout, man. That's a really good shout. That's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a real good fight, man. What do y'all think about that one? What do y'all think about what's up, dude? What's up, man? Scotsman in the building. Shout out to you, Smith. Hope you're doing well this afternoon, evening time. I think it's probably about goddamn. It's probably near 11 o'clock where you boys are at, huh? Time zones are fucking gnar. Time zones are really gnar, dude. It's like we're all on the same Earth. This stream right here is all taking place at the same time. It's relative, Some fucking like Austrian guy like thought of that or something. I don't know. Wants to fight Cerrone, Cowboy. Well, if he wants to retire Cowboy, I say fucking let him, dude. God, that's dark, bro. Strummer, that is dark. how fucked up, bro. You know how fucked up Cowboy's guts and his fucking liver is. Like that's a my god. That is brutal, bro. That is fucking like Invincible level brutal. Did y'all see, man? I don't know if y'all caught up on it, started watching Invincible or caught up on it, but my god, like we were watching it, and not to spoil too much, but like okay, so uh, my wife is a bit of a tomboy, but she when you get down to brass tacks, she's a princess. She's a girly girl. Uh, you know, she's been really a really good sport about watching a bunch of dude movies and like dude TV shows, and she's really good sport about that. And she's been into Invincible. She's really been into it, digging it. I got her hooked on it. Like we've been watching it, like catching every new episode, watching them all on Friday before Friday night too. Like we can't wait. Like we're watching the next episode Friday afternoon as soon as she gets done with work, right? But this last episode, it was so like brutal and like bloody and violent. She was like, I don't like this. She's like, I don't like this anymore. It's like there were some parts where I was like, God damn. I was like, this is like not for underage children whatsoever. Like I'm really desensitized to violence, and I was like, holy shit. But yeah, it was awesome. Um, so that was the co-main. That was the co-main. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um, Invincible is like the best parts of Superman, kind of some origin of Superman, kind of like the personality of Spider-Man, and a little bit of the teenage like struggles and some of the like. But it's definitely, but some of the like Spider-Man has always been a character that has like there's a lot of consequences. Like there's a lot of like shit does not always go well for him. Shit definitely goes sideways for Invincible. Um, but some of that it's like Superman, Spider-Man, Kick-Ass, The Boys, and Brightburn, like all rolled into one. The best parts of all that shit. But yeah, I really it's like my favorite new show. But the last episode was brutal and awesome, and left the door wide open for a kick-ass season 2. So yeah. Anyway, all right. Now this brings us to the main event. This brings us to the main event. I'm gonna step away for 1 second. I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss real bad. I've been drinking fucking water and electrolyte shit all fucking day. I'm sorry. I gotta take a piss. But I'll be back. We'll talk about the main event. I want to really get into that, and then I'll open up the panel, do some Mecca hype. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, boys. I'm back. What's up, gangster? What's up, dude? Yeah, man. It's if I had to describe it in one word, it's cold blooded. Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's. There's 4 people in the building. Appreciate y'all joining me here. We've been waiting long enough. Let's talk about what we really came here to talk about. This fucking main event, man. Holy shit. First of all, dude. First things fucking last. Okay, somebody tell me you got the diamonds. Just a little something for me. You know. Okay. Ooh, thought I lost that fucking chalice for a second. God damn, boys. Sturman says I got to go to the gym. All right, well, dude, I appreciate you stopping through and chopping it up, man. I will be back on Wednesday for sure. But yeah, I'll probably be live for a little bit. If you care to listen in, I certainly understand though at the gym, man. You gotta get your fucking music cranking, man. You gotta get the tunes cranking. But anyway, Coco, what are you doing? Do you smoke fucking yellow crack rocks? You for sure do, because the way you act is not like Marley isn't this fucking spastic, dude. Even Penny isn't this spastic. Cool. Hey, yeah, have a good pump, bro. Get that fucking pump in. Yeah, I seen that. I seen that, Jack. I seen that. Yeah. So dub for sugar, right? Dub for the sugar show. Okay. Well, as most of you know, I'm just a rude, trashy, fucking arky, and I eat on camera sometimes when I'm hungry, and I know it's incredibly rude and disrespectful, and I apologize, but it's not going to keep me from doing it. I have the munchies. I'm hungry, and I'm going to do it. So main event. Yuri Prohaska versus Dominic Reyes. What a fucking fight, dude. What a fucking kick-ass fight. I just watched it, and regardless of the individual performances, they were fucking good dance partners, dude. They fucking got after it. They didn't waste no fucking time, and I knew it was going to end in a knockout one way or another. And boy, did it ever. Later, dude. So, yeah, it was a great fight. Absolutely the best fight on this card. Dude, one of the best light heavyweight fights in a while, honestly. Man, Fig Newtons are good. I know some people don't like them, but I fucking love Fig Newtons. Okay, now let me start with Dominic Reyes. I want to talk about the good and the bad, and I'm going to make it like a sandwich. I'm going to go good, bad, good. Good. Dominic Reyes fought a hell of a fight. And it's not just one of those glib, like, oh, yeah, he fought a hell of a fight. You know, he has so much, blah, blah, blah. No, I mean, he really did fight a good fight. It wasn't just like he had his moments. Dude, he hurt Jiri more than once. He hurt him 2 or 3 times. And in the second round, when it looked like he was the most battered, he hurt Jiri worse than he had up until that, worse than he had in the whole fight. He stunned him. Jiri was visibly wobbled, and he turned into a wrestler. Yuri Prohaska, the innovative samurai striker, turned into a wrestler. God damn, that's a bad snap. Turned into a wrestler like that. That was still bad. That was better. Turned into a wrestler like that, dude. And Reyes had him hurt really, really badly. And this is the one bad thing I want to say. Like, I'm telling you, man, if Reyes had disengaged, if he had sprawled on Jiri, not gone for that fucking man, I really like the guillotine, unless you're Brian Ortega or some fucking like 4th degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. How about stop going for the guillotine? How about stop pulling the fucking guillotine? Because I'm telling you, I won't say 9 times out of 10, but 8 times out of 10, if you're fighting someone that's a good fighter, they're going to pop their fucking head out. And you're going to lose that position, and you're going to end up on bottom. Stop pulling the fucking guillotine. Stop it. It's so frustrating, man, because guys always do it when they got a guy hurt. And what does it do? It gives the guy an opportunity to pop his head out, to recover from the strikes you just landed on him, and to just sit there and lay on top of you. I think, no disrespect, but I think it is the dumbest fucking move when a guy's hurt. Pulling Gilly is the dumbest shit you can do when a guy's hurt. He should have fucking sprawled and started throwing uppercuts, and he could have knocked Jiri out. Jiri was hurt really, really fucking bad, dude. He was on wobbly legs and turned into a wrestler in a fucking New York minute. If Reyes had sprawled on him, I think he would have knocked him out. So, to piggyback off that, Reyes fought a great fight. And he took a lot of punishment from Jiri Prochazka, who is one of the most dangerous strikers in the world at 205. He has an incredibly high knockout rate against all sorts of levels of competition. And, yeah, offensively, he is a fucking buzzsaw. You flick that button on, and it don't stop. It was... So, with that said, he took an unbelievable... That was probably like 5 knockouts worth of punishment that Dominic Reyes... Like, that would have put about 4 or 5 other lower-level light heavyweights away. One of those that Reyes took. Let alone multiple ones. Because Jiri hurt him 3 or 4 times before he knocked him out. At least. Jiri's right hand. Well, let me. I just want to finish on Reyes. Dominic Reyes fought with a ton of fucking heart. Of course you're gonna get memed. I've seen a ton of memes about Reyes, like the meme of him slumping over and shit. But like, dude, sorry, my allergies are bad. Fucking Reyes, goddamn, he took some punishment and he did not give up. He fucking went out on his shield. He truly went out on his shield. He hurt Jiri in the second round. I thought it was foolish for him to pull the guillotine, but he tried to finish it with the guillotine. And then he got put away when they got back to the feet. But for Reyes, I don't think his stock really drops too much from that one. Overall, it might drop, considering that's the 3rd loss in a row. But it's to John Jones, the current champion, and the guy. Assuming Jan beats Glover, I think he probably will. Assuming Jan beats Glover, Jiri's next. Dana already said it. It's all but been confirmed. So that's not like for man. People are so crazy, dude. People love jumping to extremes. They fucking love it. I'm guilty of it too sometimes. So yeah, I'm a hypocrite. But dude, it's so ridiculous, man. Like, people do it not only in MMA, in boxing, in sports, in general. Like, people love jumping to fucking extremes. And it's because ultimately, like, we're all kind of prisoners of the moment. But come on, man. Reyes, like, he hurt Jiri. He fought hard against Jan. He had the best fucking performance of his life against John Jones, though. You know? So like, what you can really gonna shit on Dominic Reyes, and I'm not talking about y'all. I'm just saying like I've seen some people like trying to like dog him a little bit, but most people are paying him the respect he deserves because that was an incredible fight. That was so much fun watching. I absolutely salute Dominic Reyes for sacrificing his well-being for my entertainment because goddamn that was entertaining. He did hurt Prohaska more than once, and he stunned him a couple times and hurt him real bad in the second. But yeah, man, Reyes, hats off to him, man. In my mind, his stock went up. But I mentioned it in the last stream. It is not going to get any easier. It's not going to get any easier. It might not be too much harder, but it ain't going to get easier. It ain't going to get easier. So I'd like to see Reyes take some time off. That's 2 knockouts in a row. You needed some time off. You need some time off, Bubba. You ain't that old for that division. You're in your early 30s or late 20s, whatever it is. Take some time off, man. Go back, work on your fucking defense. That's always been Reyes' problem is he's really fucking hittable. He's stiff, you know. He's really good offensively. He throws really good straight punches, but offensively, he's awesome. Defensively, he's stiff. He gets hit a lot. But yeah, he fought a great fight, man. He went out on a shield. Much respect to him. I don't, a lot of people throw the term of warrior around. If you want to say that warrior, that's that, he's a guy you can definitely apply that to if you're talking about fighters. Now, Jiri. Let's talk about Jiri. Let's talk about the winner of this fight. Talk about the good and bad for Jiri Prohaska. I alluded to it before. He's a fucking buzzsaw. He's a very, to not focus just on the fight. In general, he's a really interesting, eccentric, like charismatic guy. He's very like, he's definitely a star in the making. I love the Bushido thing. I love the wanting to train in solitude in the forest and just hone your craft to perfection. I love that shit. I'm a fucking nerd for that shit. That Japanese swordsman, the Miyamoto Musashi, Book of the Five Rings. I dig all that shit, man. I haven't read Book of the Five Rings. I've just read a few passages here and there and read about some of the duels that he had that are mentioned in the book, but I haven't read it. I want to, but I am all about that shit. So I think that's really cool. I love the whole top knot. I love Jiri's take on the top knot, the samurai's top knot, which is that's his hairstyle. It's a version of that. It's a version of the samurai top knot. So I love all that shit. As far as the actual fight goes, technique, his fucking right hand, goddamn. I said that Strickland had a good one and just fires out of nowhere. Jiri will throw it from all sorts of angles. He'll throw it as an overhand. He'll throw it as a cross right down the pipe. He'll throw it as a shovel hook, a bolo punch. Dude, he will. His right hand is a fucking formidable weapon. Jiri is also really good. I mentioned it in the Friday stream. He's really good at stance switching and striking effectively off the stance switching. And he does it improvisationally. Like there was a really good sequence when and he's really good at catching opponents when they circle off the fence. So he backed Reyes up to the fence. And this is one of the times when he had him hurt. And Reyes went to circle out to the right, and Jiri stepped forward into southpaw and used his lead right hand. He threw 2 hooks. He threw one to as Reyes circled out, and that's what you're supposed to do. That's where you're like in boxing. That's what they teach you. When you have a guy up against the ropes and he's circling one way or the other, there's certain punches that are appropriate to use to cut him off, to trap him. When they go to their right, you throw the left hook. This is orthodox. If they go to their left, you throw the cross. But Jiri went into southpaw, so that's the punch you use. That's absolutely the right punch to use. Justin Gaethje did the same thing to Barbosa. So it was nasty. He did that really well. He threw a nice right hook to the body, lead right hook to the body. Yeah, it was a really nice use of stance switching. Jiri is definitely a flow state fighter. He fights in a way mentally where he just lets the fight come to him, and he lets the opportunities present themselves and then responds accordingly. He doesn't go in there bullheaded with a like, I'm going to do this one certain thing. He lets the fight unfold in front of him. And like I said, that right hand, pretty much every time he hurt Reyes, it was off the right hand. There was one, and it was, dude, I keep fucking seeing guys get hurt off throwing these naked fucking low kicks, dude. Naked body kick, naked low kick, and they get fucking drilled. That's what happened to fucking Reyes. Jiri waited for him to throw that kick naked, and he would just put the right hand on him. And one time it looked like he almost kicked him, Jiri, in the nuts, but he fucking cracked Reyes with the right hand. I think that was in the first round. And then the second round, he stunned him with the right hand, and then he let off like a 3-hook combination that backed Reyes up. But man, like, and this is the other thing. This is where I will also nitpick a little bit, and something that I still think that Jiri needs to work on. If he is going to win the belt and keep the belt, because I think that there is a lot of parity in this division. There's a lot. There's not a whole lot that separates these guys. There's some separation. The pack is starting to sort itself out, but they're all very evenly matched, more or less, especially the top 10. So, Jiri, these are a couple things that Jiri could present some problems for Jiri. When he gets somebody hurt, it's good and bad. He can become a little overzealous when he gets somebody hurt. And he can lunge forward with his hands out. Or he can get caught standing there with his hands down, just kind of frozen. And that's when Reyes would hurt him. When Reyes hurt him, it was when Jiri would just be standing there waiting to like throw his right hand. He would just be standing there, and Reyes is like, all right, you're just going to stand there? Bah! That's how he hurt him in the second round when he wobbled him. Jiri had him pressed against the fence. He kept stalking him, kept throwing these probing shots out, but then he just stood there, and Reyes was like, all right, bow! Rocked him nearly, almost, he could have knocked him out there. But look, dude, if Reyes can do that to you, we saw Volkan rock him. I'm telling you, man, if he keeps playing that game, he's going to crap out. At some point, he could get the belt. I can actually see him beating Jan and getting the belt. But at some point, he's going to crap out with that. So he's still young enough that he can work on it. There is absolute flashes of defensive brilliance. At the very end of the round and in a couple points in the fight, Jiri slipped really hard counter strikes from Reyes at close distance. He shows a good ability to slip punches, but he relies, in my opinion, way too much on his chin. For that division, it's almost like heavyweight, dude. Like, these guys, you can be better than them, but one slip up, like Carlos Condit put it best. You zig when you're supposed to zag, you're going to catch a shin bone. You catch a shin bone from Rakic or Magomed, or you catch a left hook from Jan, it's going to be good night, Sweet Prince. And that's why I love light heavyweight right now, because on any given night, Jiri can beat any one of those guys. On any given night, Jiri can knock out Jan. He could beat Magomed. He could beat any of them. The opposite is true too, especially if he keeps fighting like that. He's been knocked out before. And it's just, that is not the division. These are not the guys to, if you want to have sustained, like a sustained title run, get the title and have a sustained title run, he's got to shore up that defense because someone will catch him. And it'll be someone that won't let him off the hook, like Reyes. So that's just kind of what I think about it. But man, how about that finish, dude? How about that fucking finish? Jiri's spatial awareness, his improvisational skills, his killer instinct, dude. When he smells blood, god damn, he is so aggressive. He did it to Vulcan. He did it to Reyes a couple times. And that's what I'm saying. Reyes showed a lot of heart and grit, because that was, like I said, that was about 5 knockouts, dude. That would have put about 5 other light heavyweights away. So the sequence was awesome, man. The finishing sequence, like, blinds him with the lead hand, throws an elbow that gets blocked, throws another elbow, overthrows it almost on purpose. He kind of knew where he anticipated where Reyes was going to be and where he was going to be. He knew Reyes was up against the fence, so he wasn't going to go too far. And he could see him kind of like, he didn't throw it blindly. He threw it like you throw a spinning back kick. Like, he looked before he threw it, and then when he turned around, he looked right. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't blind. It wasn't blind. It wasn't lucky. He threw it with a lot of technique, with anticipation, with very acute spatial awareness. It was fucking beautiful. And boy, did it ever slump Reyes, dude. That fucking elbow, he buried that elbow in Reyes' temple, and that was all she wrote. Man, I'll tell you what, I watched that replay of Dom falling. If his left shoulder hadn't hit first, he could have broken his neck. And his left shoulder actually kept his head from, like, absorbing all of the impact, because he slumped forward, and Jiri kind of like pushed him down to Reyes' right, and that kind of saved him too. Because if he had just gone straight down, he could have broken his fucking neck. But Jiri kind of like pushed him off to the side as he fell a little bit, and his left shoulder kind of landed first. So when he came down on his neck, it was at an angle, and his neck kind of squirted out. But I shudder to think of what would happen if he had just gone straight down. I really do, man, because, oh, man, it was bad. He was pitched forward at a bad fucking angle. And he's a tall dude, man. He pretty much he basically just nosedived from about 6 feet up. Straight into the fucking canvas. It was bad looking, dude. It was really bad. Vicious KO from Jiri Prochazka. Incredible performance. Incredible fight. Nothing but respect for Reyes, man. He definitely went out on a shield. Goddamn, like that was brutal, dude. So Jiri strap season after a lengthy break, says Jack. Dominic Reyes should be a former champion. Shit's a joke. Reyes went from undefeated. What's up, Jimmy? Reyes went from undefeated to a 3-fight skid. But yeah, I was saying, like, his stock doesn't really drop too much for me because, look, it's against John Jones, the current champion, and the guy that's probably going to end up fighting Jan. I'm sorry. I don't think Glover's going to make it. I think that Jan is going to cash in on all the first-round damage that people have been doing to Glover. And I just don't. I just think he's better than Anthony Smith. I think he's better than fucking. He's better than Carl Roberson. He's better than a lot of these guys that have hurt Jan, and hurt Glover and let him off the hook. I think he's better than Gustafsson. Like, I don't know, man. And Gustafsson fucking knocked Glover out. So I think Jan will beat him, and then I don't know, man. I think Yuri could beat him. I think Yuri could beat Jan Blachowicz, but I don't know, dude. If Yuri goes in there fighting crazy, he's not. There is a very good chance if he fights Jan Blachowicz like he fought, like to me, Blachowicz' fight IQ at this stage, this Jan Blachowicz, his fight IQ is so much stronger than Dominic Reyes. His awareness is so much sharper than Dominic Reyes. I think it's going to be a tougher fight. And considering how many times Yuri got hurt in that fight, I don't know, man. Jan doesn't just have a 1-2. Jan throws low kicks a lot more. Got a really nasty check left hook. I don't know, man. I don't even know. Like, I think, the youth, absolutely. Yuri's got a decade youth advantage on him. Probably might even have a little bit of a reach advantage. But Jan has the experience, man. And the fight IQ, I don't know. I don't know. It's a great fight. Bipolar Salud says ran out gold primer. Guess I'm done for the day. Headed home. This Infinity Gauntlet is going to be dope as fucking up. That's what's up, man. Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Best of luck to you with that, man. I hope it comes out. Hope it comes out gnar. Definitely would like to see some of that shit. Headed home for the day. Great stream. Appreciate you, brother. This is the way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, congratulations to you, man. That's your season 3 winner right there. Season 3, Mr. Arkansas's Mecca. There he is. Bipolar nobody. Have yourself a great day. Yeah, man. Good shit. Good shit. Thank you for the kind words. This is the way, my dude. So that was UFC Vegas 25. I had a good card prediction wise. I went 8-2, and then the draw, obviously. So yeah, I'm not mad at that whatsoever. What I am mad about is I cannot find the chillin'. Can't find the chillin'. Don't like that one bit. Don't like that one bit. I just fucking had it. I literally just fucking had it. But yeah. So now, there it is. There it is. Okay. So I was about to lose my fucking shit. Well, I guess this is an appropriate time to switch gears. Talk a little bit about that Mecca. Let's talk a little bit more about that Mecca. Like I said, Bipolar Chris is your season 3 winner. Big shout out and congratulations to him. Excellent run. Well deserved. Season 4. Season 4, boys. What do you think? What do you think about season 4? Who's going to be in it, man? Who's going to make the cut? I'm really hoping I do. Shoot my shot, man. Ark, if you're listening, I want in. I want in season 4. You know what you're going to get when 2 cents is in that Mecca. You already know. I'm going to hype the living fuck out of it. I'm going to plug the shit out of it on Twitter. I'll probably be forming some alliances. And I don't break them for nothing. So, yeah. You could potentially get a good teammate. Potential competitors listen out there. You're definitely going to get a good fucking hype man. And yeah, if I do make it into season 4 of the Mecca, I'm going to be in it to fucking win it. I was in it to win it the previous times. I fucked up on my picks. And yeah, got voted out. But they say the third time's a charm, boys. So yeah, this is my pitch here. I won in. But I'm excited, dude. I mean, even if I don't make it in, I'm still probably gonna hype it, man. It's such a fucking cool competition. Like, and you know, I know that a lot of my online buddies are gonna be in it. So fuck it. You know, I'm gonna definitely and I probably will open up my Tapology thing today. I'll probably open that up today when I get done with this. Actually, the general's taking notes, but yeah, man, shooting my shot. I want in season 4 if there's a spot available. But there are this is going to be the biggest one yet. Ark said it's going to be 32 competitors, more twists, more surprises, more carnage, more backstabbings, more alliances, more treachery, more knockdown, drag out fights and arguments and battles. Fucking soul crushing defeat, ultimate glory, all that shit. The nervous anticipation of the vote off, the thrill, the surge of energy. If you've never, boys, if you've never felt the higher power, you won't know what I'm talking about. But if you have, if you felt it, it never really leaves you. It's hard to describe, man. But if you felt the higher power surging through you, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah. This is my audition. I'm shooting my shot right here, right now. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, Smiths. I missed season 3. I don't want to miss season 4. So this is my pledge. I mean, my pitch. No, my pledge. Idiot. My pitch. And you know what? Fuck it. I will pledge. I will pledge. If I do make it into season 4, I will hype the fuck out of the Mecca, win, lose, or draw. Said it before, I'll say it again. It is the most entertaining, the most challenging mental and psychological competition that exists in the world. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. It doesn't matter how good at predicting you are. You have to survive the Mecca, the challenges of the Mecca. Social challenges, pressure of getting your picks right week to week to week. That's the thing. You're going to have good weeks and you're going to have bad weeks. Uh, even if you have like 6 good weeks in a row, if you are not humble about it, if you should take that time to talk shit, you could have 7, 8 good weeks in a row. But that one fucking week that you fuck up, you've been talking all that spicy shit, it will come home to roost. And you'll be gone just like that. So You have to be both, man. To survive the Mecca, that's the conclusion that I've drawn. After participating in 2 seasons of the Mecca and observing the third, I've come to that conclusion. You have to be well-rounded to win the Mecca, man. You have to be well-rounded. You have to be confident. You have to be you have to have some kind of charisma. You have to be sociable in some way. You have to have something. You have to bring something to the table. Even if it's an angle of, oh, I'm just the not the innocent, but like I'm the unsuspecting, like, oh, I'm not really that much of a threat. You have to, I don't know, man. It's the Mecca is really challenging, and you have to have all that shit to win it. You can't just be a good predictor. You can't just be a social butterfly. You have to be well rounded. And you have to have guts, man. You have to have fucking balls. You have to have the fucking courage to stick by your picks, to not be influenced. That's how it's been done. You can't get lucky. It's all like strategy. I mean, there's a little bit of luck to it, but to me, it's strategy and I mean, it is hard work. Like not physically, but like it's a lot of fucking mental takes a lot of mental energy to do all that tape study and to weigh all that shit in your mind. Even if you know the pick is easy, to block out the fucking bullshit and to just block that out and to do something as simple as trusting yourself. Be like, I know who's going to win that fight. Let me trust that instinct. Just to do that is difficult. You can overanalyze it. It's tough, man. It's fucking tough. I never made it to the end. I played the social game well. I did okay with my picks. I didn't do very good with my picks, but I did okay. And there were some weeks that I did really fucking good. I was the first ever higher power. I was the first person to wield that power. I've also tasted bitter fucking defeat. I've been up for elimination when I've had good weeks. I said it the last couple seasons. Consistent picks is the only thing that keeps you alive. And if you don't have social game, or if you're a fucking prick, that one bad week that you have is going to bite you right in the fucking ass. You have to have it all, man. If you want to win, you got to have it all. You got to have guts. You got to have some kind of personality. And you got to be good at this shit. You got to do your fucking homework. All the people that are good at predicting, they either know the fight game or they just do their homework or a combination of both. It's a bit of a simplistic like viewpoint, but yeah, I mean, if I do get in, I'm not going to be presumptuous about this all because I do know it it's getting bigger and bigger every season. So I know it's the popularity is slowly growing, and there's going to be people that have been watching this that are going to want to participate. It just like there were people that watched season 1 and wanted to be season 2. There are people that watch season 2 want to be season 3, so on and so forth. That's what I'm saying. I'm not being presumptuous. If I do get that spot, though, if I do get one of those fucking 32 spots, I can promise you this. I will take it as seriously as you can fucking possibly take it. I will be unendingly loyal to my teammates and do everything in my power to make sure that we are the ones that make it to the end. And no matter what I'm going to hype the motherfucker like a son of a bitch. If I make it into the Mecca, season 4. I can promise you that. I can promise you those things. We'll see, man. I think Ark said he's going to take a few weeks of a break, something like that, and then we'll get back to it. But or he'll get back to it. So yeah, I would love to be back in the Mecca. We'll see what happens. How they would have won it, blah blah blah, but they haven't been in the Mecca doing those picks under the pressure with the mind games levels to it. That I know, man. The people like, oh man, I would have done this week. Oh, I would have done it. Okay, get in there and see what you do. Get in there and see what you do. I made it to 5th place in the first season out of 20, and 8th. I think 20 were in the second season. While I made it to 8th place. Or no. There were 16 people, right? Wasn't there 16 in the original one and then 20? Yeah, that's what it was. I think it was 5 out of 16. Maybe. Could be wrong about that. Maybe there's 16 in the first season. Can't remember, though. Anyway. Yeah, 5th place and 8th place, respectively. I want that fucking number 1 spot. If I'm making it into season 4, I want that fucking number 1 spot. I want the fucking glory. I know the challenges, some of the challenges, and that's the thing, man. Every season there's going to be something different. So you have to adapt. Not only do you have to have the social game under control, not only do you have to be you have to be at least a decent predictor, because if you're not a decent predictor and you can't save yourself from if you're up every single fucking week and you're not someone like Chris or Alex, you're going to go. At some point, you're going to go. So you have to be at least so. Not only do you have to be decent at picks, not only do you have to have social game, but you have to be able to adapt to the ever-changing, ever-shifting nature of the Mecca. It's a fucking constantly like it's like a booby trap within a puzzle, within a riddle, within a ticking time bomb. I don't know. It's crazy, man. Yeah, and they like it's for validation, to like personally feel validated. Like, oh, it's like they were like, oh, well, if I was in the Mecca, this is what I would have done. Okay. Okay. You know, dude, it is, man. There's levels to it. Now I want to get to that next level, man. So yeah, if I get into season 4, I want to get to that next level, and I really think that I can. I think that I learned a lesson from season 1. I definitely learned a lesson from season 2. So yeah. But I'm interested to see how it shakes out. I'm interested to see who all the competitors are, and I would definitely like to get one of them spots. So we'll see what happens. As far as this fight card coming up this week, I haven't looked at it a whole lot, but I looked at it just a little bit. It is now being called Watterson versus Rodriguez. And pull up the odds. I feel like there's a lot of trap fights on this card. Some people were, I think Jack and somebody else were saying there were some trap fights on the last card, and I agree with that, but I think there's a lot of trap fights on this card as well. Just really tricky spots. Like Marcos Rogerio de Lima and Mo Green is a tricky spot. Young Park and Tafan and Chukwe, that's a tough spot. Hebus and Angela Hill. I mean, there's just some ones. Even Dawkins and Phil Haas is like kind of tricky. Neil Magny and Jeff Neal, like, fuck, dude. This is none of these. I'm just like, oh yeah, I know exactly who's gonna win that one. I know exactly. You know what I'm saying? They're all just kind of like, no one's a huge favorite except fucking Ludovic Klein is the big. That's how close all these fights are. Fucking Ludovic Klein is the biggest favorite. You know what I mean? Yeah, true. Yeah, that adds a whole new different dynamic to it. The brackets, yeah. Interested to see what Art cooks up, and would definitely like to be a part of it. Now, tough man, tough matchups here. I've gotta. This is gonna be one I'm gonna have to do tape study, and it might just be one of those where I don't want to do too much tape study because like sometimes I do that sometimes, man. Like I did that shit with Carl Roberson and fucking Marvin Vettori. Did all that goddamn tape study, or not Roberson and Vettori, Roberson and Allen. Did all that fucking tape study. Thought I had a good read on it, and then fucking Roberson does that dumb shit. So I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. You can definitely over tape it and psych yourself out. But some of these are really, really tricky. Really tricky. I think the toughest ones to call are Jeff Neal and Neil Magny, DeLima and Mo Green. Yeah, Parkin and Chookway too. I like Gregor Gillespie and I like Kyle Dawkins. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that right now. I'm probably gonna end up picking both of those guys. I like Gillespie and Dawkins. Man, Neal versus Neal is going to be a tough motherfucker, man. That is going to be a tough one to pick. Bo knows, man. Bo fucking knows. That's a tough motherfucker to pick, man. Yeah, definitely, dude. There's layers upon layers of strategy for sure. I'm slightly leaning to Lima. Dude, Mo Green is a almost a perpetual fade for me. So if I like what I see from DeLima on tape, you don't have to be a world beater to beat Mo Green. I know that. You definitely don't have to be a world beater to fucking dude. If Gian Vellante can go sit you on your ass, uh, just about anybody can. So I mean that might be a little disrespectful to Vellante, but still, man, I don't think too highly of Mo Green as a fighter. So yeah, that's I'm kind of slightly looking at DeLima because I just can't. I'll probably just end up picking it because I can't see myself picking fucking Mo Green. You know what I mean? I can't trust Mo Green. So yeah, Rothwell Lens is another tough one too. Probably I'm leaning towards Lens, but fuck man, he's an untrustworthy motherfucker too. Tough man, it's tough spots, tough picks. Rogue is back. Jimmy says he's thinking Green gets slept. Yeah, I don't fucking Mo Green is. That is a pink slip waiting to happen, boys. But yeah, a couple that I'm already picking. I'm gonna go with Gillespie. I'm gonna go with Kyle Dawkins, Ludovic Klein. Um, Probably will go with Angela Hill, honestly. Although I could maybe see her getting like a sketchy decision loss to Hebus, but I don't know, man. Angela Hill's a good striker. Hebus ain't got no chin. Um, but yeah, I don't know about that. I really these are the ones I really need to tape. Park and Nchukwi, I really need to tape that one. I really need to tape Neil and Magny. Neil, that sounds so weird. I need to tape Jeff versus Magny, and I'm gonna pick Gregor Gillespie. I think he avoids the sub and just. I see him just taking him to dude down at will. I think he's gonna take Carlos down at will. Rothwell. I do too. It's weird. I kind of like Angela Hill too. Yeah. That's the thing though. Like Hill can lose those decisions too, man. Close one. Yep. That's a tough one, dude. I gotta take that one. I gotta take Park and Chukwe. I gotta tape Jeff versus Magny, and I gotta tape what was the other one? Yeah, Hill and Hebus. Rodriguez and Watterson. I'm liking Marina Rodriguez there. I don't think Marina Rodriguez is going to let her play her fucking Chun-Li bullshit. I don't think Rodriguez is going to let Michelle Watterson do her little Chun-Li airstrike bullshit. I call her Air Chun-Li. She's yeah, and doesn't hit shit. It's like when you're using Chun-Li and you're just standing in the corner going yeah. That's Michelle Watterson. I find her very annoying. I'm sick of her cute mom bullshit. Shtick. I just it's so corny and cringy, and I just she's cute. She's definitely cute, but she's not the hottest fucking thing I've ever seen, and people just like drool over her, dude, and that makes me sick. And I just think she's annoying. I just don't. I think she's a very. I think she's an overrated fighter. I think Michelle Watterson is an overrated fighter, and I hope that Marina Rodriguez beats the fucking brakes off of her. I hope Marina Rodriguez picks up where she left off and fucking knocks her out like she did Amanda Hebus. Alex Morono versus Cerrone. Nice. Bo says Park might win in control time. Smiths likes to fawn for volume, but he agrees with Bo's point. Morono replaced Diego. Very much self-aware Diego Sanchez. I'm in the school of very much self-awareness, bro. Well, boys, I know I said I was going to open the panel up. I say I'm going to do that a lot, and I never do, and I apologize, but I think I'm going to wrap it up here in about 10 minutes. My fucking tooth is bothering me, and I want to wrap the stream up and gargle some fucking warm salt water and stroke the binger and talk to my wife and spend some time with her. So I think I'm going to wrap it up in about 10 minutes. But this has been a really good stream. That was a good recap of UFC Vegas 25. I ate my crow with picking Botelho and Kamaka. Even though I thought he got robbed, I will still eat the crow there. And I mean, it's not really crow with Jacoby and Cootalava. I'm okay with the draw actually. But yeah, great performance from Jerry. I'm standing him this week, and then I will go back to standing who I think will end up being the real champion. Magomed Ankalaev. But I will let Jerry do the victory lap this week in my little Stan world. And I'm gonna stand him this week and then go back to because I think you know what, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm gonna let Jerry. I'm not gonna rain on Jerry's parade. He had a great performance. He showed a lot of toughness against Reyes. Is a tough out. He's a really good fighter. He's only lost twice. to John Jones, who he arguably beat, and Jan. Those are the only 2 fights he's lost before this one. So, yeah, he fought admirably. He fought with a lot of heart and determination and went out on his fucking shield. I have nothing but respect for that. That was an incredible fucking fight. Great performance from Yuri. Looking forward to seeing what's next for him. And it's looking like the title fight, boys. It's looking like he's going to get the winner of Błachowicz and Glover. I think Jan will probably get through Teixeira, and then hopefully we get Jan versus Jiri. It'd be a great fight. So that is that. Like I said, I went 8-2. I'm now 103-66 for the year. And yes, big congratulations and shout out to the one and only bipolar nobody, aka bipolar Chris, aka fucking Darth Maul. Great win. Great run, champ. Big congratulations. Big shout out to you. Thank you for stopping through the stream. Yeah, man, and he will look to repeat in season 4. And I hope I will be there to take part in it. So, Mr. Arkansas, oh, Rabid One, if you were listening, I want in. If you got a spot available, just my 2 cents once in season 4, your Mecca. Good sir. Now, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to everyone that came through the stream. Before I wrap this up, Jimmy Smiths, Bo Jackson, of course, Rogue Strummer. Got the usual suspects up in here. The General, of course, the winner of season 3, Bipolar Nobody. The underdog, man. The Rocky story, dude. I fucking love it. Of course, Jack Attack. Good to see you, Jackie boy, as always. Yeah, man. Usual suspects up in here strong. I'll be back on Wednesday. If I'm not too fucked up from the dentist or from this dental shit. It's the dental work, boys. It's the tooth's bothering me from getting my cavity filled. So hopefully it subsides and I don't have to get a fucking root canal, but we'll see. I'll be back. I'll go back in a week. But anyway, thank y'all all for coming through and making the stream fun, man. Just y'all really make this stream more than just it would just be a video. It would just be me talking to the fucking wall. So instead, it's an interactive chat. I really appreciate y'all coming through and showing the channel support. Please make sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. That definitely helps a little bitty old channel like mine. But yeah, y'all are the best, man. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, man, those were awesome fights. Fucking Reyes and Jiri was really, really good. It's not going to get easier for Dom. I think he needs to take some time off. And Jiri, it's looking like he's going to be fighting for the title. So that's pretty fucking cool. And yeah, I won in season 4 of Mr. Arkansas's Mecca, by God. But yeah, shout out to Mr. Arkansas. Shout out to Bipolar Nobody for winning season 3. Season 4 should be coming up here in a few weeks. I will continue to hype that in anticipation. And yeah, thanks again, boys. I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up. I done exited enough. I tend to drone on with that, and I'm sure it gets obnoxious for everyone to listen to. So I'm just going to go ahead and end it right there. But thanks again, everyone that stopped through. Shout out to Mr. Arkansas. Shout out to Bipolar Nobody, the winner of Mr. Arkansas's Mecca Season 3. Congrats, champ. Well deserved. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. This is just my 2 cents, and I hope to catch y'all on Wednesday. Peace.